Hey, I'm Ron Drodos from keyboardimprov.com, and welcome to my journey through the real book number 77, Chick Corea's Crystal Silence. And on this one, we're revisiting a tune that I've known since I was about 15 years old. It was probably one of the first jazz tunes I ever learned. Like many people growing up in the late 70s, early 80s, when I was really getting into jazz, Chick Corea was it. You know, Return to Forever was sort of, I guess, just had ended, but still fresh in the air with his jazz fusion and albums like Leprechaun, the Mad Hatter, still some of my favorites, and his early 70s duets with Gary Byrne, which produced Crystal Silence, among others. Also, it's a slow tune, so it was one of the first ones I learned in the real book, because although I was learning Autumn Leaves and everything, I couldn't play fast, at first, so I looked at the ballads. Chick Corea, ballad, Crystal Silence. So here we go. One thing that I'd just like to point out is that his use of harmony, and I think this must have been intentional, trying to distinguish himself as a composer where his music sounded different from the earlier jazz eras. A lot of jazz the chords go around the circle of fourths. So you might have E minor going up a fourth to A minor, doing that kind of root movement. Chick Corea, in a lot of his tunes, does the exact opposite. He goes down by a fourth. So he starts on A minor and then goes to E minor. And it has a very relaxing feeling. It's not what they would call like a, I guess in classical harmony, sometimes they call it a progression. They call this a retrogression. It's not going forward around the circle of fifths or fourths. It's coming backwards in more of a relaxing way. And then he just has this beautiful up a half step movement, which opens things up, and then he goes down, not quite a perfect fourth, but in a sense a fourth. It relaxes again to B minor seventh. And then he has this another half step, boom, right? These half step patterns, up a whole half step or down a half step to these major seventh chords to just open up the sound, another half step. Then he has this very pop, 70s pop, kind of, or almost from gospel music, where you'd have like, but he's stepping up in a very jazzy, gentle way. There you go. And then one of the beautiful things about this tune is how he gets from the second A section, the second ending here, into the bridge. It's almost like through composed, like in classical music. It doesn't come to, the second A section doesn't come to an abrupt stop, like does in so many standard song form pieces. So here we go. I think I'll just start right in with the melody, and hope you enjoy this and try it yourself. Such a beautiful tune, isn't it? And like I said at the beginning, it goes slow enough that you have a whole measure, or sometimes more, for each chord, and you can really think about what you're going to play and see where it brings you. About halfway through, I noticed the tune was getting its own momentum, with these arpeggios in the left hand and this momentum with the keyboard texture. And when that happens, I just try to stay out of the way and let it build, not try to force anything. That's an exciting moment in any kind of music. So hopefully you experience that too, or will. Check out keyboardimprov.com if you want lessons with me, or check out my video course. I'd love to help you in any way I can to get you to the next level with your own jazz piano playing. So you can really enjoy it more too. You have more freedom to play what you want to play because you know the fundamentals, and I can help you get there. So thanks for being here, and check out Crystal Silence and other Chick Corea tunes.